Inspiring station, watch station, God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station, God's own station, uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educating.
Good morning to you. Yes, it is a beautiful Friday morning. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. How are you doing? I believe you're looking great. You woke up feeling very strong and agile. And you did your yoga this morning. Like, what I mean is that you took out time for yourself. You breathed in this fresh air that God has given to us. And you are strong and hearty and ready for the day. Good morning to you once again. Yes, it is the 19th day in the month of September 2025, and thank God we have already spent 19 days. So we still have about a few days to go in the month of September. And I know for this month you have already started achieving a lot. But if you're still having those laid down goals or plans that you feel you're yet to achieve, why not you thank God for the gift of life? Because that is the greatest gift and of course the greatest achievement a man can say he has achieved over time. Good morning to you once again. I am Peace Smith, reaching out to you on Starcross Television. And of course, every morning we are always here to educate, inspire, and of course, enlighten you, empower you as well. And I won't be doing this on set alone. I have wonderful people, beautiful people, agile youth. When they say youth, I know these ones are also youth in the age and all of that, but they're also youth at heart. So we have them here right on set. So starting with, I have Sister Ruth Obu, aka Authentic Ruth. Good morning to you, Sister Ruth. How are you doing?
I'm fine.
How youthful are you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling in fact, I'm feeling like a newborn baby right now. I'm feeling like a soldier also. I feel like a soldier ready to go into the field.
Okay.
Good morning to you.
Morning
and to you, our beloved viewer, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. It is the Morning Star Breakfast Show brought to you by Starcross Television. Thank God it's Friday. Yes, like she asked how I'm feeling. I'm feeling so energetic this morning, and I hope you feel the same way too. You know why I'm so excited? Because it is the week of Brotherhood All Youth Assembly. Like she said, it is not until you are young. You can also be youth at heart. So this week is our week. Get engaged with activities. Thank God we have activity today. Tomorrow we have another activity. So please do well to engage, all right? Do not just stay there. Remember, it's been brought back to Cross River, so we need to give it all our energy,
best.
Our best to make sure it stands the test of time. In fact, it is recorded as one of the best buyers so far.
I see.
You know, like I'm not just hyping it because
okay,
I reside
it's in
here.
Cross River State.
Yes,
okay.
I'm just hyping it because I believe I know what this state can do.
Then we'll have to, lay down a scoring point for that. So all the states that have hosted buyer for the past years. You have to come out. Let's see the achievements, and of course, that was on a lighter note, please. All right, so joining us on the conversation and on this episode this morning is none other than Brother Odudu Charles. When you say youth, this one is completely one. Good morning to you. Oh, okay. Good morning to you, Brother Odudu. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm fine. Good morning, peace
Good morning to you.
Good morning, Rutobo. Good morning, our audience out there. I wish you the best and all you do today. Thank God it is Friday, like Ruth has likely said. It is the best day for us to reflect and thank God for the week from Monday down to Friday. Thank you so much for joining the Morning Star Breakfast Show. God bless humanity.
I love that.
Daddy
Gio, okay. All right, so this week, like we already started right from Monday, that this week commenced with the official flag off of the Brotherhood All Youth Assembly 2025 in Cross River State. And of course, over the week, we have seen courtesy visitations to, prominent or prestigious people. We have also seen humanitarian activities being carried out. And today, being Friday, we will have the youth conference that will be taking place at the University of Calabar. So wherever you are, make sure you find your way down there. And also to add to that, for this Friday, we'll still be having female conference, BCS Female Priests Conference at the World Headquarters.
5 p.m.
So make sure that as a female priest or as a female member, make sure that you find yourself down there at the BCS World Headquarters, 34 Ambo Street, Calabar, and be a part of the empowerment and blessings that will come thereafter. Also, so I have this question before we forge ahead. There is this saying that life begins at 40. And then someone also said that you don't have to be, or you are never too old. You are never too old to set another goal or a dream. So now, Sister Ruth, how can you marry these two together? Someone said life begins when you are at 40 or at 40. And another person is saying that you are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream.
Okay, I'd like to start with the second one.
Okay,
You're never
please
too
go
old
on.
to
Set a new goal.
a new dream or a
Mm.
new goal. Yes, even at the age of 70, 80, 90, learning still remains. Like there is still a learning process in everybody's life. Because I've actually come across a woman who desired to complete her tertiary education.
Yeah.
And she did. And
Wow.
it wasn't long. Immediately she finished. That was her desire. I mean, that is somebody's great grand or maybe great grandma at the age of 80 something. She had the desire to forge ahead, to further her education, and she did. Immediately she finished. It was not even up to a year before she, met her creator.
Wow.
So everything, like, you see people. Now let me take us back to life begins at 40. Then quickly I'll come back to you are never too old or late to achieve your dream goals or something. Now people say life begins at 40. I like to think that is when you are calm enough. You stop thinking about all the fairy tales.
Okay.
It's something your brain becomes calm, like cool. You're not so crazy about some things anymore. What I'm trying to say here is some people are so hot-headed.
While they're still young?
While they are still young.
Okay.
They don't take anything into consideration. They don't give a damn what happens. They take wrong steps and they're like, I am doing this at my youthful age,
Yeah.
Don't feel bad about me if you didn't get to this enjoy your
They come
own
out
life.
with all these flimsy quotes.
Don't get angry or don't get jealous if you did not get the opportunity or if
Yeah.
you did not use your own opportunity to flirt life or something. So that is when everything starts making sense to them. Life becomes more meaningful. They start seeing things. They start seeing things for what they
From
are.
a different perspective?
From a different perspective. They see colors for what the colors are. They see people for who they are. The brain becomes very calm. They stop all these Gen Z quotes like you said, don't blame me. I'm making use of my own youthful age. Why did you not make use of your own age? I feel like you're being jealous of me. That is because the brain is very hot. But when you get to that stage, everything becomes, you start seeing true meanings of things. And now, like, you have this heart of understanding hearts, they say,
that understanding heart comes with, should I call it regret? Because while at your youthful age, maybe you must have made a whole lot of mistakes, and now that's when it's dawned on you that, oh, I shouldn't have, or I should have done this a little better than the way I did. Please go on.
We are all entitled to our opinion.
Yeah.
I might be wrong in my own definition, but honestly, this is what I think life begins at 40 is all about, because I'm not even up to that age yet, but I'm seeing things, the way some people younger than me, and maybe people about my age are acting. I'm like, you think you will not get to the other age you're busy looking at? It's only but a mirage, When you get there, you forget that once upon a time, you laughed at that age, and here you are at that same age. It's not like you're even doing better than the one you were citing, like you were gazing at some time ago or some years ago when you were younger. You understand? This is just what I sit down and I picture. That's why I said when you get to a certain age, the brain calms down. You stop all the
Are you sure the brain actually
shenanigans.
comes down at that age?
What did
Because
you say?
I said, are you sure the brain actually comes down at
For
that
some
age?
people, they do. You start, you become responsible. You now know that you have a family to take care of. Nobody is going to, the adulthood comes in, like it is just before you. You have a family to take care of. You have your own self to take care of. People are looking up to you. A lot of responsibilities gazing at you in the morning, even in your dreamland. You see some people wake up and they keep thinking.
Okay.
Now, this does not happen sometimes when you are young, because you feel like you can run to anybody and they're at your beck and call. Do you understand?
Very
you
well.
have people still taking care of you, probably your parents, your aunts, your uncle, people, sharing, making sure that you are their responsibility. But at a certain age, these people allow you to be a man, they allow you to be a woman. That is to say, fend for yourself. Start seeing life for what life truly is. Start seeing that life is not a bed of roses. So at that point in time, it becomes very clear that life begins at 40.
And they start advising another person. I remember when I was at your age.
Yes.
I didn't mean I had done this or done that.
Exactly. And then that is when some people's life actually the things they couldn't achieve when they were young.
Yeah.
They start getting that goal because now their brain is calm. They're like, okay, if only, like what you said, if only I had known that I wasted so much time during my youthful age, I would have achieved this. And there you go, you have someone by your side telling you it is never too late. And maybe the word, strikes a sound in your ear like, okay, I've got the money, why not I go and achieve this goal? And then that is when you see them achieve goals. And, people are there, people are down there, you are at the top, people are down here applauding you. And then they are like, whoa, this person is at the age of 70, but he's still doing this. This person is at the age of 60, but he's still doing this. I feel like these are most of the things surrounding this achievement. Their eyes just got open, I don't know. Sometimes it's not like their eyes just got open, but life just, presented them the opportunity. Remember, everything works with time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have the money, but the opportunity is not there. Sometimes you're willing to hop on the opportunity, but life has not presented it. You don't have people backing you up. You don't have people, pushing you or telling you, go for this, I am going to support you. So do not get me wrong. It's not like nobody wants to achieve anything, but sometimes their own time comes late, while some people's own comes early.
Okay, now thank you so much. Now let's still bring it back to those who have the opportunities. Maybe this time actually came in early and they have all the opportunities to actually make use of it, but then they did not. And now getting to 40, they start regretting over what they should have done and what they shouldn't have done. So bro, Odudu Charles, let's get to hear your own perspective about life begins at 40.
All right, thank you very much, Sister Pacemate and Sister Rotobo. Life is all about mystery. Okay. One, life begins at the time it is destined to begin, destined to start, and it ends the time it is destined to end. Yeah, someone can come into this world today, and at 20, he has fulfilled his destiny.
True. He's already a millionaire.
He's a millionaire. He's at the apex.
He's creating impact.
Yes. We have the president of France, who is in his late 30s.
Wow.
Yes. that does not mean that you have to wait for 40 before he fulfill his life and start his life. If life begins from Mr. A at 40, it does not mean must begin from Mr. B at 40. Another thing is we cannot determine the time we finalize our set goal. For instance, we start up education at 70 and we are saying we are going to school late. It is very wrong, because that's the time it was perfect for us to go to school and achieve.
So it has
for
nothing
instance,
to do with maybe you as a person who had the opportunity to go to this school and you did not, and now you realize at 70 that you can still actually go back.
Can you program your life? We cannot program our life. You don't know the next second what is going to happen. You don't know the next second if you are going to be a millionaire. You understand? Now we don't know. For instance, now we are with our cell phone. We don't know the next person that is going to call us. We may be the person we are hoping on to call us, may not be the person that is going to call us now.
True.
And the call that just enter our phone is the one that is going to change our life. You understand?
Amen.
But we slept yesterday. We did not know that that today being Friday there's going to be a day of our breakthrough. You understand? So life begins at the particular time life was destined to begin.
So you don't
because
actually.
Another thing is, I don't see any thing we do as mistake. We don't make mistake in life.
Wow.
You understand? That mistake, we see that it is a mistake to us. It is programmed for us to use it as a lesson, so that someone who is seeing you as a role model will understand that you have passed through this life and you are able to pass this message to him. You understand? For instance, I was unable to get my doctorate degree at 30, and I see someone who has this passion to go to school, who has this passion for education, to get his doctorate degree at 30. Since I was passing through that part, I had it at 50, not 30. But I was targeted 30 years, and I had it at 50. I see someone who wants to have it at 30 years. I will tell the person, this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do. So life begins at the time he's destined to begin. And it ends at the time it is destined to end, because God is the manufacturer of everything.
Wow, the author and finisher of our faith. Thank you so much. Sister Ruth, do you still have something to add?
Just to say that life begins when the very moment you cry your first cry.
You cry your first cry, okay. So, should I say, I happen to hear this quote when someone said life begins at 40, because maybe at that 40, let's just say you must have achieved everything. You had your degrees according to maybe the way Odudu said at 30 and all of that. You started building mansion at 21, and you got married, own cars, have children. So from that 40 now, you are supposed to sit down, relax yourself, and start enjoying.
That's a fairy tale.
Yeah, that's a fairy tale to some persons. So at that point, that's where you have to sit down, enjoy, relax. They say, I'm eating the fruit of my labor. So to some people, they believe that from that stage in life, from that 40, that's when you start enjoying those things, all your labors. But anyways, like Odudu has said it, we don't know what God has in stock for us. So whatever you feel like, oh, maybe it's your life, or maybe from that 40 start enjoying, or whatever you tend to see life as, just know that God has a perfect plan for us. So to you watching right now, let's not just agree on the fact that life begins at 40. Life begins immediately you start breathing this air God has given to you. All right, so that was just a warm-up talk for this morning. Yes, Morning Star Breakfast Show started very early today. Like I said, we will be having the All Youth Conference this morning by 10 at the University of Calabar. So ensure while you are there, you dress on, I think there are lined up of tips for how you should appear.
The event t-shirt.
Yeah, okay, please go on.
Yeah, the event t-shirt, a clean soutane,
Okay.
or like if you're a chorister, you wear your choir robe. So it's either you're on the event t-shirt, you're on the official regalia of Brotherhood of the Cross and Star, which is soutane, or you are on the chorister's robe. Okay,
so I'm also meant to understand that the clean t-shirt you are supposed to wear must be the buyer's t-shirt or any other t-shirt, but then on a white, if you're a man, let it be on a white trouser, or if you're a sister, let it be on skirts and veil, and no makeup of any makeover of any sort. So you have to appear as the Father has taught us, appear pure in your outfit, in your dressing, and in your appearance. So this is still the Morning Star Breakfast Show. Tell a brother to tell a brother, and a sister to tell a sister that we have commenced. This Morning Star will not be tedious with anyone. So when once it's 9:30, we will be giving it a bow. So at this point, we will be taking a short break. To come back, then we will have a topic for this episode. Stay tuned.
Higher, 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 higher.
For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his Son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. Romans chapter 8 verses 29. We were predestined and called by him across nations, tribes, tongues, and colors to be justified elect, generation after generation. Brotherhood of the Cross and Star invites all creations of God within the human family, seen and unseen, male and female, short and tall, young and old, from all races, for the Brotherhood All Youth Bayer Peace March 2025, happening in the city of Calabar, Nigeria, from Monday 15th through Sunday 21st September 2025. The youth of BCS, and indeed the entire human race, shall once again be granted the divine guidance to their youthful exuberance in service to God and humanity through carefully selected programs like One Youth, One Baptism grassroots evangelism, courtesy visits, and interaction with corporate bodies, Youth Peace Conference on the theme Youth for Global Peace and Leadership, BCS Female Priest Empowerment Conference, Peace Procession by States and Nations, Choral Exhibition, sports, special healing and anointing at the Pool of Life, Holy Father's advice and blessings upon the youth, and lots more. Beloved choristers, divine vanguards, Abbas, 144,000 virgins, Youth Fellowship, Boba, and all youth component groups in BCS, let us come together and show it to the world that truly great is our God. For more information, please contact the IOC Secretary, Metri Christ Shepherd Princess E. Osisike on +234 806 410 1181, or the IOC Coordinator, Publicity and Media is Grace Archbishop Stephen Muzan on +234 706 452 5766. See you there. Petra Christ Shepherd Honorable Michael Ibinabo West, International Organizing Committee Chairman. Announcer. Thank you, Father.
Welcome back. It's still the Morning Star Breakfast Show here on Star Cross Television. Yes, this is a live broadcast. You can watch us via our YouTube page or our Facebook page. Our phone line is displayed on the screen, because this morning we would want you to send in your comments, your $1 coin of the discussion. Okay, so now I have this quote to start with. They said the best way to predict your future is to create it. The best way to predict your future is to create it. So that will lead us to a topic for this morning, where we will be looking at youth inclusivity in global development, not just in global development, in church, in society, or to themselves, within themselves as an individual. So if you're just watching us, please do well to join us in the conversation. You can link up to us via our Facebook page, like I earlier mentioned, or our YouTube page. Our phone line is displayed on the screen. So I have at this point to welcome back Sister Ruth. Welcome back. Good to have you once again here. And of course, Brother Odudu Charles. Good to have you once again here. So now the topic is promoting diversity, equity, and inclusion for young people or youth. Now, I have this question to ask. What are some of the ways in which we can create an inclusive space for young people from diverse backgrounds? I'd like to start with Sister Ruth.
Okay, thank you very much. I think one of the ways is educational awareness.
Okay.
Yes, I feel like some young people are so into anything that has to do with education. When you bring up some event and you tell them this is going to impact a lot on them, and you're not having to pay any money to do this, you see that the togetherness, you're going to bring them. The same way music brings people together, football brings people together. This educational awareness, also brings them, or education and awareness also brings them together as well, because these are people, these are young minds willing to explore life. They are so young, and like their brain is so open to, you know, learnings and the rest. So one of the let's say, I don't know if I should term it strategies or something. Strategy is via education and awareness. You bring them together, teach them all they need to know, you know, and, you know.
Let's look at the aspects of culture. Because I feel this also has a way of bringing people together. It gives people this safe space. Oh, you're from here, I'm from here. Or sometimes they need, like you talked about, they need to explore. You know, oh, this culture, I would want to learn more about this particular culture. Or you go to this place, I want to learn more, you know. So culture or cultural responsive design actually has a way of bringing people together. So in the same mind, how can you relate to this?
Okay, like you said, that can also bring people together. If you want to talk about like going to the camp, you know, you see people displaying various cultural displays. You know, this is also like I don't know if I should term it like this is cultural diversity. At the same time, you're bringing them together. You're teaching them how to love the other culture. You know, this one sees the benefits, the usefulness of this other culture, the beauty. Let me use the word beauty instead of benefit. This one sees the beauty in this culture, and the other one sees the beauty in the other culture. I mean, these are things, these are strategies or ways you create, you know, togetherness or something.
Thank you so much. Now, over to you.
Yeah, I would love to add that the inclusivity for youth in the global development of the world, I would love to add that to give access to youth is the most best thing so far. To create an awareness for youth to come into governance, to come into development of the world in any country. If you give access to youth, that is going to be a landmark achievement. For instance, we see what our father is doing in Brotherhood of Cross and Star. Positions are given to youth to explore, bring in innovations, you understand? And Nigeria are doing so, and we are advising they should do so and other countries. So if you can give room for accessibility to all youth, they have so many things in park their father has given to them for them to explore. They have so many innovation ideas that they can bring to the table for the world to be a better place in terms of technology, in terms of agriculture. It's not that our fathers, they are not doing so well. They are doing so well, but if we have additional innovation, that is going to go more than expectation, because the youth, they are versatile, they are good in everything they are doing.
Oh, they are agile,
they are open, and they are timely, because the world is for youth. When people will say youth begins at this social age, youth begin at the particular time you come, and you begin youth begin today, because you are a youth. If you are able to think, you are innovative, you are able to proffer solution, you are definitely an advantage youth to the society. So giving access to youth, to government, to every other thing is the perfect way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So sometimes I still have this question for you, because sometimes even the youth themselves, or even the young people, let's use the young people themselves, even when this opportunity or platform is given to them, they tend to, you know, forfeit it for a token, or forfeit it for maybe for the, sorry to say, the older people. She understands my point. So in such scenarios, what do you think could be the problem there?
First,
because I know you're also, should I say, one of these persons that have been, you know, have had grounds in maybe all these forms of leadership outside and all of that. Okay.
First, you want the youth to play a vital role in the society. You want us to stand out. Let me use ourselves. You want us to stand out for global leadership and global development. First, you must provide mentorship and support. When you provide mentorship, you have to provide support. Support can come.
But first, let's look at, sorry please for cutting you in, but first, let's look at the possible challenges that have hindered youth, should I say, youth agility in those forms of governance, leadership, even at church or environment they see themselves. What could be some of the hindrances or challenges?
What could be one of the hindrances, like you said, to my best of understanding, is when youth are not carried along. Particularly, we can say in governance, and people may say these people may function in this particular area. They are not sure to do so well in this particular area. Let's leave them here. So when you give a free land for them to flow, they are going to do more than what you expect. But when you have isolated them in one particular place, there's going to be challenges.
Okay.
You understand? So that is another perfect way
Okay.
of killing the challenges.
All right.
Yeah,
Thank you so
I'd
much.
like to add
Okay,
to,
please go on.
or just make answer to your questions. I think one of the challenges is that the voices of the young people are not heard.
Okay.
You know, maybe because they have not actually made it yet. Because I feel like if, like Bro Dudu had rightly said, if you give the younger people the opportunity, I feel like they will do better. I am not saying this because I am still young, but I feel like they would do better because of the mindset and the rest. Like they are bringing innovation, like they are creating it by their own selves. They are not coming to, like step on other people, like walk on other people's footprints.
Okay.
You get what I mean? They want to create their own footprint. So I feel like if opportunity is given to the younger ones, they would do better. Now, they are not doing so well right now because their voices are not being heard. You come up with a solution, or you prefer a solution to a particular problem, but because you do not have long legs, you do not have people to back you up. When I say people, I'm talking about people in the corridors of power. You do not have that background. You do not, like, you're just on your own, but you are blessed with wisdom. The wisdom you have is just innate. They are not being heard. You need to, I feel like, we are not discussing politics right now,
sure.
but I feel like to some extent, you need to like have a certain amount to be able to talk, which is not supposed to be so.
Okay.
There's supposed to be freedom of speech, and then the people at the top are supposed like to buy idea, because no man is an island of knowledge. People bring ideas. That is why even the people at the top, they even have people advising them as well. So you bring ideas, you buy them, but oftentimes they don't get to buy because you are considered a nobody.
Okay.
So these are one of the challenges. Voices not being heard, like power oppression.
No, of course.
The oppression, I mean, like suppressing
Okay,
the minor. That's
okay.
what I mean.
Okay, thank you so much. I also want to add, because I understand that one of the possible challenges can be greed. You know, they need the spirit to want to acquire more. You know, you want to stretch your hand. You want to achieve more than you know you can at that point. And that tends to, make a whole lot of young people tilt towards the wrong direction. You know, this need that, if it does not happen right now, it may never happen. You get what I mean? Oh, if I don't have this money, when will it come? If I don't do this, when will it come? My mates are building houses. My mates are actually doing this, doing that, and all of that. Those set or mindset have, become a problem, hindering the youth towards, participating in a whole lot of things. Because sometimes you see this opportunity being given to them, they tend to twat it for a particular, should I say frivolous goals. Okay, so sometimes I feel as youth we should eschew or do away with such ideas or mindset, because it can never bring productivity or development to whatever or wherever you find yourself.
Sometimes,
So,
can I say
okay,
something?
please.
Sometimes they want to do away with this, but opportunities are not, given naturally. This is you deserve this, but it's not given to you because maybe you're not aligning with the ideas forthcoming. Maybe these ideas are not good. They are going to bring down wherever you're working or something. So now,
But why would they allow you give an idea that's not productive?
you don't understand what I'm saying. Maybe I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe
the
I'm not
idea is being seen as a threat.
Maybe I'm not being open enough. Like what I'm trying to say here is some people want to do away with it, like
Okay.
you said.
Okay.
They want to do away with it, but when they do away with it, the one that is putting food on their table will be snatched because you are not aligning. Are you understanding
Very
what I'm
well,
saying?
very well.
Now, in a bid to not, allow the little that is putting food on your table to be snatched from you, they tend to give in. Do you understand?
Very
They
well.
tend to give in. And so, what they say, like, I don't know, like instead of saying it like something is passing through the back, like somebody is giving something through the back. Do you understand what
Very
I mean?
well.
Like, we are here on set now. I'm busy passing something through the back. You understand
Very
what I
well,
mean?
please go ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So this is one of the disadvantages, or the problems.
Okay.
You know, that's just it.
All right, thank you so much,
I would
Sister
love
Ruth.
I would
Okay.
love to add to what Ruth has said, that another way we can have a standardized nation economic for you
A
to
strong economy.
yes, for youth to be seen as the leaders of today, not
Not
leaders
tomorrow.
of tomorrow, is to have a level, plain, balanced, and fruitful policy that works for a 50-year-old man, that also works for a 30-year-old man, that also works for a 70-year-old man. You understand? When we have a balanced reform, a policy reform that is perfect for me as a person in 20s, it's also perfect for someone that is in 30s, it's also perfect for someone that is in 40s. That is where we will not be having challenges, where youth can diversify in the areas of governance. For instance, someone wants to go into governance. They'll say, no, this person is too young, he doesn't have what it takes. How do we know this person doesn't have what it takes? You understand? If this thing is for everybody, let everybody share in the blessings of the country. Let it not be carved out for some persons. Let everything be free and fair in the country. That is where youth can excel in everything they are doing. Where we have reform that is suitable to me and suitable to everyone, that is a perfect way for you to develop.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, Sister Ruth, and thank you so much, Brother Odudu Charles. Yes, it is well spoken that they should, according to Brother Odudu Charles, that there should be a policy that can, be better off for both the young and the old. I mean, in terms of age. And of course, Sister Ruth has also pointed out education and awareness, which is a very important role when we are talking about inclusivity for the young people. All right, now let's also bring the discussion to the aspect of spirituality, Sister Ruth, because I know that you would align well on this. Let's look at the aspect of spirituality as one of the elements that young people in the society have deviated over time.
Okay. The area of
Spirituality.
Yes. I don't know if I should say that time is changing, but that is not an excuse.
Okay.
Ignorance is
What do you mean
never-
by time is changing?
Ignorance is never an excuse. Now, what I mean by time is changing, a lot of people are now, like, the way they chase after money, I'm not saying what they are doing is bad, but they tend to forget their actual roots, where they come from, their actual source, which is God Almighty being the one piloting everything for you, being the one orchestrating your own life. But, people follow friends. They're like, leave this one. This is not going to put food on your table. Let's pursue this. And then spirituality is being trampled on. And then a lot of people tend to forget that everything happens in the spiritual, I don't know, everything happens spiritually before it now manifests in the physical realm. But the young minds tend to forget all this, and like 24/7 they are running faster than their shadow, which is very, very bad. The moment they realize that their life is being orchestrated by God, and that even if you run, you will never get to your destination if it is not yet time, that is when you would slow down a bit and follow due diligence, which is allowing God to take the lead, and then also balancing life. There is no food for lazy man.
Sure.
So says God, which therefore means that you have to work. But even as you're working, balance it up, because that is how God has created life. In a balance, you're working, also balance it up, so that if it happens that here your work is shaky, you be able to have the mouth, the audacity to tell God that he said no food for lazy man.
Yeah.
And so you're working, you're also carrying his work. And then you tell him, please make it balance for me. But would you have the audacity to say that when this side is so empty, you don't have any money in your bank account, you are going to bank to withdraw? From whose account are you going to withdraw from? Are you understanding
Very
what
well.
I mean? Yes, everything boils down to your spiritual account. Like Gigo, garbage in, garbage out. If you put in works in doing, like you put in efforts in doing the Father's work, the same thing.
He will also support
He would
you
also support you in
whatever
your
you're
life
doing.
pursuit.
Yeah.
So what's my advice here? My advice is that the youth should balance up, in as much as
I think the word is to sit up. They have to sit up to
Yeah.
be ready for the responsibility to build their spiritual life. I'm sorry, it's not like I'm cutting words from your mouth, because I believe that when you give that energy, when you give this feeling that someone can actually put their trust in you, someone can actually give you something to take care of, I think they would do that. One of the reasons we were talking about challenges here or hindrances here, and I've come to also realize that when you do not possess the qualities where someone can actually trust something on you, or to say, okay, please take care of this thing, I'm coming by, and you take care of that thing very well, definitely once you are able to show that or to do that, someone can actually trust a large group of persons in your hands.
Yeah,
but when you
constantly.
don't have these qualities, maybe trust is not there, you don't have this empathy for one another as a young person, you don't know how to relate respectfully as a young person, how then can you now be seen or be given that opportunity to lead? No one would want to do that. I can remember when I sat down here, I gave an example where we were in class, and now we needed a particular student amongst us to, keep up or to keep money, the contributions we were making. And then 90% of the class made mention of one person, just the name. And that's because over time we have seen this person in the way she behaves, in the way she addresses other persons, in the way she relates with people. So I feel sometimes it starts with us. We keep saying, oh, maybe the voices of the young people are not heard, the this and that, all of that are not heard. But if you don't send out this energy for one to see you, to believe that you can actually do this, to believe that, okay, they can put their trust in you. Imagine keeping your child with someone. If you don't trust this person, would you do it? No. Because the health of your child is at stake. The mental state of that child is also at stake. The well-being of that child. Because once there is an evil communication passing into that child, it corrupts the whole training you have been giving to that child for the whole years. Do you understand? So I believe that as young people, for us to, find ourselves, or for the elderly people to see us as, okay, it's time for us to take over this mantle, to do this. Okay, they have to trust us. They have to see that willingness that, okay, if I leave this thing for peace can actually handle it, and every place will be safe. If I leave this thing for Odudu or Ruth, okay, they can actually handle these things, and everything will be better. Now we talked about education. We talked about education as a means to diversify or to include young people in a particular thing. You see that sometimes it becomes should I say a challenge? Because it's not like the same persons haven't gone to school. I don't know, Ruth and Odudu, whether you people you see these things. It's not like they don't also go to this school. But what really changed?
I think
what is that missing gap?
The missing gap there is we don't have this belief that this person can deliver in this particular goal. That is the problem we are
even
having.
After the education you have attended and
that
everything.
is why if we have this belief, we will not be saying come and tell us your experiences you have gathered 10 years ago so we can offer you this job. If you see this person is able to do this thing, put the person to test. Not tell the person
give
that
the
your
person the
CV,
platform to
when you are submitting your CV, you have a touch of the experience you have gathered. Pen it down while you are submitting your CV. That should not be possible. If you have cited this person and you know this person can do so well, like when you just picture the person, I just picture Peace, that she's good in this particular area. I will have to put her to test to be sure that what I believe that she can do is accurate. You understand?
Yeah,
so
but
if I show that belief,
I take an exception to that.
okay,
please
Yes,
go on.
I know we are about to diverse a little. You cannot just read an entire or a voluminous book, but just by looking at the cover of it. Looks may deceive you. You don't just somebody does not just walk into your firm.
That is why I say
I'm
put
not
the
done.
person into practical.
Somebody
Let the
cannot
person
just
do
walk
what
into your firm.
you are thinking that person can do. Let's to me, I believe we should abolish what we call let's know your 10 years experience.
But
Someone can
that's
just-
what will qualify you for
no,
the
someone
job.
can,
Someone
someone
taking
can
an
just step
exception
out
to
from
that
school,
because-
just graduated,
Okay.
and is perfect.
Have you seen? I'm
It's
coming.
perfect than someone who is currently in that place
Let
for
me
10
ask you
years.
something.
So let's take away something that we say, your 10 years experience. Put the person into practice. If the person can deliver, definitely that person
Let
should
me
be
ask
given
you
that job.
something. Now, I believe you're done. Now, have you seen a situation where someone spent 5 years in school? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bring down anyone's professional career here, but then you see the person studying mathematics and at the same time he cannot even solve 1 plus 1. I've seen scenarios like that.
That's what we are seeing.
So we
We are
have
in the
seen
same
we have
place.
seen ourselves.
We are not on
Okay,
the same
we have
page.
seen
We
ourselves
are.
in
We
a
are going to
society.
land
I'm
there.
coming, Brian
Okay.
Odudu. We have seen ourselves in a society where sometimes they say what you went to school to study is not what you came out to do. I've seen it. They say when you go to school, study anything. Okay, apart from studying medicine or studying law, engineering, and all of that. Someone will tell you that any course away from that, when you are coming out, you might end up practicing. So what am I trying to say? They don't now use education, the 4 walls of university, as a yardstick to say, oh, this person has actually acquired this certain knowledge. No, they only believe that, okay, you went to 4 walls. I only went to school, you know, to get the paper, to get the certificate, and then come out. Then I look for something else and do. People don't measure the yardstick of the information you have gotten, how qualified or quality it is in the education or the 4 walls you went to by the school you went to. They only say that, okay, when once you come out, life teaches you a different story. So I feel that's one of the missing gap there. Sister Ruth, you wanted to say
Yeah,
something.
I want to say that, Obrodudu, to some extent, you are wrong, because this is just like a criterion, you know, into achieving something. You don't just walk into a firm and you're being granted interview at that particular time. You need to submit. They go through it, because that is you, that is I don't know, an entire you, just a slip of paper,
Okay.
a piece of paper permits me to say, you know. So they go through it, they see what you have done so far, and then they try to align it. Is this what my firm needs at this time? You know, somebody. So are you trying to say that if 10 people walks into your firm, you should grant all of them interview at that same time? It is
Okay.
not done. It is not done that way. Nobody is wrong. This thing has been, in fact, it has been on for many years now. You know, you've not done this, you've not done that. You know, you've not done it. You cannot just, you can't rob Peter to pay Paul. This is what you have paid so much money to do, and you've reduced it into writing. Hopefully, they would see it and know that this is what their company needs, and then they would call you for an interview. It doesn't mean that the one you have seen looking all smart, all agile, that is
so smart.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Sometimes looks deceive.
Yeah.
You know, that one looking that way might even be the one that will bring down the entire place for you.
No one wants to
Really
stake
check,
his
if you
or
really
her
check,
company in the wrong hands.
We are in the
Okay.
same page.
Okay.
Why I'm saying so, I was stating that if we can do away with experiences being attached to get a job, that is going to be a better thing,
So
because
what then can be attached?
everybody will go into practical.
Okay.
You understand? This person you are bringing into, and this person you say does not have this experience, put the person and the other person into work.
Okay, okay.
Let's see
I
the
think I
practicality
understand you now.
and see if this person that does not have this 10 years experience can deliver, and if this person that has 10 years experience can also deliver. This is one of the things that is weighing people down. You will see something and say you can only apply if you have 5 years experience in this said job. Many people are multi-talented.
Yeah.
You understand? If you say this person cannot do this thing, this person can do this thing, but he has not gathered this experience, it may not be 100% perfect, but it can have 70%. And when it comes into that place and give that 70% practical, you say, okay, this person, let's take this person can do. Because you have tested that person at that moment, the whole world of that company, they have seen that person can deliver. So the 10 years experience, 5 years experience is the problem that we are talking about. I don't know if we are on the same page.
Okay, maybe Ruth will have to agree behind camera. All right, so thank you so much, Brother Odudu Charles and Sister Ruth Obu. Yes, we are all saying the same thing here, that a safe ground, a safe space should be given to all the young ones to see how they can better themselves, be it via education, via information, via support as an elderly people to them. Please see how you can do this. And also, when we are talking about equity, please, for those with disabilities, let's also see how we can, include them in whatever we are doing. Let's provide accommodation for these young people. Let's support them mentally, emotionally, and otherwise, because they need you as much as they need everyone around them. So now for you as a young person, I think this is almost like an advice to you, because recently, right now, whenever you're going out to look for a job, we are talking about experiences here. Sometimes they don't even care about that or those numerous experiences you have outlined in your curriculum vitae. So what they do is they go to your social media handles, see what you have been posting over time, see how you have been responding to other persons, your reaction with the general public. That's where they judge you from. It's a secret that so many persons do not know. I recently got that information. So while you are posting, or you are in any political campaign, or you are saying anything that has to do with the general public, please be guided. Know what you say, know what you post, the way you dress. Please know that if you want to be addressed the way you dress, please know what to put on. Know what you show out there on in the public space. So our topic this morning was centered on youth inclusivity in global development. And so far we have been able to discuss this in brevity, but notwithstanding, we will still have a discussion with, should I say, prestigious youth over time. And of course, he has been, when we are saying spread his tentacles everywhere, he has been there. So with time, we will bring him to this